Shalom and happy new moon.
Bastard.
It is Saturday morning, December the 8th, 2018. It happens to be not only the weekly Sabbath as it is every Saturday.
Listen to this music in the background, and you know when he's yelling at people like, "You're a piece of shit!" In the background, this flute music is still just playing along like it's calming and soothing. Oh, and by the way, I think he's had like 4 or 5 failed predictions this month alone, and it's like 8 days into the month.
And he's still working on the fat pirate look and the world's worst beard.
He may win that, Doc.
Ginger Ahab there. Come on, dude.
Oh. No, he's Moby Dick. He's actually just Moby Dick with a beard.
Friday night to Saturday night, but it's also the 9th new moon. It's the first day of the 9th Hebrew month. And we read in Ezekiel 46, I believe, where the eastern door of the tabernacle was opened on every new moon and on every Sabbath. Today actually happens to be both a Shabbat and a new moon. That doesn't happen every month, but this month it does.
I'll skip it.
It needs to be torn down. That phallic symbol in D.C. needs to be torn down.
Hold on.
Places.
What did he say? Phallic symbol?
The Washington Monument, that phallic symbol in D.C.
Your face.
needs to be torn down. It needs to be torn down as a pagan. Disney World.
I think I need to close VLC and reopen it. So, not close VLC. But
I didn't realize he was Freudian as well, and everything longer than it is wide as a cock. I mean, why does it bother you? Does it make you feel inferior?
Well, yeah, because he has a tiny little dick. So that's why he beats his wives with spoons. Don't you know?
Right. Okay.
So I need to do window capture. Right. Doing this right.
Preacher down.
His name is Preacher down.
Yep. You better be nice to him, or he'll threaten you with hellfire, threaten your children, and threaten to have you killed. So there's that. Just like Jesus would do.
All right, and let's not forget when his wife, I think it was MRSA, she was suffering from. He wouldn't let her go to the hospital, and he would beat her with wooden spoons and made her cook him dinner and breakfast and lunch every day still, because that's what a godly woman would do. Very nice guy.
While her feet were rotting off.
Luckily, she survived, and luckily she managed to get a restraining order to keep him away from not only herself, but all 6 of the children that, unfortunately, she bore for him.
Yeah, in a period of 6 years. So, can you imagine?
Hopefully they all took after her.
Yeah, fortunately, she was able to keep one of her feet.
She got a peg leg now on the other one. That's terrible.
Why Dan is trying to look like to win her heart back.
This is all going to end up being a beautiful love story about how they get back together and the family reunites and goes around America yelling at college students about how they're whores.
Yeah.
Whore! Whore! All right, here we go.
By that satanic pedophile, Disney, and uses a child sex trafficking. You cannot redeem that which is pagan. That's like these Christians saying, but we celebrate Christmas for Jesus. We decorate our tree for Jesus. Yeah, well, the Israelites, go read this, they took a golden calf, a pagan golden calf from Egypt, and they dedicated it to Yahweh. That's what it says. It says they dedicated it unto Yahweh. Yahweh! When you take that which is pagan.
Believe it or not, and coming from an atheist perspective, I think the Jesus birth Christmas story is a delightful fable. With a message, and and it's joyful and it's seasonal, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't know why he has a problem with it. Christmas trees are fun. People kind of get together and have a party and celebrate their families. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. But you know why you don't like it? It's because nobody buys you a Christmas present.
I know why he doesn't like it. It's because Christmas trees are phallic symbols, and whenever he thinks of phalluses, he's reminded of his own micropenis, which is just very little. And I'm surprised he was able to pump 6 kids out of it, frankly. Surprised his balls would allow for that much reproduction, because from what I hear, they're tiny. So
Christianize it, try to wrap it up in Jesus, try to dedicate it to Yah.
Do you think on his pubes he also shaves right under the balls, so there's just a mane of pubes around his balls like there is on his face?
I was just thinking he does look a bit like a gonad. But here's the thing, Michael, and it pains me to say this, but I am actually getting a gaydar hit from this guy.
I refuse to accept that he's gay, even though he clearly hates women for some reason and feels like he needs to express superiority. And even though all signs point to the fact that he probably has very nice CSLs, I don't accept it, Doc.
But when he's preaching, he gives it big shoulder, like a drag queen.
Top or bottom?
I'm thinking power bottom, actually.
Yeah, I think he might like the same kinds of things Patrick John Coleman likes. Mm-hmm. They should get together.
Guess what? God responded by having Moses order the Levites to murder, to slaughter, to kill 3,000 of the Israelites.
Yeah,
The God he worshipped. Yeah.
that's the all-powerful, all-loving, omnipotent, omnipresent, wonderful, forgiving God that will torture you forever. And if you make a graven image, prepare to die. You and your whole fucking tribe. One of many Old Testament genocides that are carefully erased or brought out when people need to make flaccid threats.
They gave God a gift, and God was displeased with the nature of the gift and therefore killed scores of them. And that's the God that he thinks should be worshipped by all of us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly correct.
Of course, the God that he thinks should be worshipped by all of us also told him it was okay to beat women with wooden spoons and stuff, so, I wouldn't trust his God very much.
Well, I think he quoted, and I think this is Genesis, but I'm not certain, and I don't have the chapter and verse, but, forgive me that. And you shall have dominion over the earth and over the animals of the earth and over women. So I think he goes back to that type of dominionism.
Well, he likes to just take whatever he wants out of the Bible or the Torah or whatever is necessary for him to manipulate people with, which is funny because, he's not even that great of a manipulator. I would say his IQ couldn't possibly be more than 110, and that's really pushing it.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I resent the cloak of assumed righteousness that these hucksters put on. I am now a preacher, therefore you have to listen to what I say. And I feel a similar way about people who talk about science without having any kind of training or any kind of basic understanding of the subject. It's like, thou shalt not pass doing this. But especially when violence against women is an issue. Fuck your religion, you're a scumbag. Call yourself what you want.
Violence against women is just what he does, but if he could get away with it, he would just have violence against anyone who disagrees with him and who is against his ridiculous agenda. But that's why most people don't pay attention to an asshole like this.
I mean, I could only imagine that he doesn't favor the pink team very much. Is he Levitical in terms of his homophobia?
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's extremely homophobic. Which is funny because he's good friends with Dave Schroeder. But let's continue.
That day, for their rebellion. So you Christians out there that are trying to take your pagan Christmas tree that's directly condemned in Jeremiah 10, 1 through 6, and say, we're doing it for Jesus, you are wicked! You try to take December the 25th and sanctify Jesus when it's a holy pagan day, and furthermore, when your own Christian New Testament in John 10:22 says that Jesus celebrated.
I just wonder, there's probably a lot of people who are they think they're good Christians, and of course they celebrate Christmas. How are they still watching his channel when he's literally yelling at them like, you're wicked and you'll burn in hell, you worship the devil, and they still watch it?
I'm guessing 75-80% of his watchers are people who are tuning in for the freak show.
That's probably true. That's the only reason we tune in. Well, also because we've, for whatever reason, invested ourselves in his destruction. So that's another reason we watch him. Or at least me. I don't know you.
I think it's hilarious. He reminds me of the Yosemite Sam character. He's just raging away there, not making any sense.
He's quite cartoonish.
Yeah, it's like, okay, maybe the Christmas tree isn't about Jesus. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's a symbol of fertility and rebirth and light and nature, and it's kind of
nice. That's satanic.
If it's not of Jesus, it's of the devil.
Anything that doesn't immediately appeal to God's mysteriously overblown ego is satanic.
Of course.
Okay.
Well said.
A big egomaniacal God anyway, but I guess he does because he's an egomaniac. By the way, this is not his house he's recording in. On his college campus tour, he's staying in the houses of his fans for free. So, lucky him. And lucky them, too. What a roommate.
Yeah, anyone that's actually sharing space with this guy, don't let him pork you.
Yeah, please don't. Not that he's, capable of it anymore, but... I don't know, you think his micro-wiener can still get hard? I mean, he seems so filled with rage, all the blood would rush to his head, rather than down there, but maybe if he sees something sick and twisted enough, he can still get a boner.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the case.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing, and instead you want to continue to do your Christmas stuff? You're wicked. You're on your way to the lake of fire. Now,
he's mad they're buying Christmas presents for their family instead of sending donations to his PayPal account, which he will definitely not report to the IRS.
Do you think maybe it's people ramping up for Christmas and, like many sad, lonely folks, and I'm in that number sometimes, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But instead of going, maybe I'll actually hang out with some people, he's just going to condemn you to the lake of fire.
No, as I'm pretty sure I know exactly what happened. Probably some of his monthly donations were reduced in the month of December, and it set him off. That's probably exactly what happened. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because that's all he really cares about in the end, is finding women who will let him beat on him and getting PayPal donations, and also harassing and victimizing innocent people on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've boiled it down. That's an excellent dissection.
Well, the IRS is going to get you, Daniel. It's coming.
Again, hear what I'm saying? I know there's many pure-hearted Christians out there that honestly do not know any better. They're decorating the Christmas tree.
No straight man does this jazz hands business.
Well, I forgot what I was gonna say, but his jazz hands like blew the thought right out of my mind. I'm gonna go back a second.
Captain Jazz hands.
Here we go.
I know there's many pure-hearted Christians out there that honestly do not know any better.
Okay, so here he's appealing because he thinks that like his subscribers, they'll be like, oh, I didn't realize it was sinful of me to give money to my family and to show the people in my life that I care about them. I didn't realize. So then they're gonna give the money to him instead, and it's there. So it's okay they fucked up by reducing their monthly donations, but they can still fix things. God will forgive them, i.e. Daniel, because like every one of these loons, he's the only one who can speak for God.
Exactly correct. So listen up, people. He's a prophet of Yah, by the way.
He is, and look at that face, ladies. Don't you just want to sit right down on there? But that's a sin according to the Bible, and he doesn't do that anyway because he doesn't like vagina that much.
They're decorating the Christmas tree. They're celebrating Christmas.
Or people who possess them in particular.
They don't know. But once you find out about this stuff, you're held accountable.
Now that you've seen the video, it's a sin for you not to give him your Christmas money.
Pay attention to the hands as well.
This guy saying
He's given
He should get some sparklers and like put on a show while he's doing this.
pasties.
oh, let's Christianize Disney World. The Spirit of God's gonna win back, and we're gonna, no, that's dominion theology. Dominion theology, which was started by the pagan, child sex trafficking Roman Catholic Church, states that Christians will eventually take over the world. We're gonna take over Hollywood and win Hollywood for Christ. We're gonna take over the internet.
This is the most exercise he ever gets, is his gestures.
Yeah, it's like anger aerobics, but I don't remember any of the popes saying we're going to take over Disney, Hollywood. That doesn't really come up in the Vatican, as far as I'm aware.
Is he referring to his commenters? Maybe that's their plan?
Could be.
Who knows? Well, we can keep on with this. I think we've seen the anger. Let's skip ahead for a second. Maybe there's more anger. And then we'll see his parting message to UCLA.
Oh, wonderful.
A prophetic message. If you're specifically called, then that's fine. What I'm saying is that the church is so wrapped up in trying to Christianize this, Christianize that, make this good, make that bad, rather than tearing down these false idols, tearing down these high places.
I think he could drop dead of a heart attack from all of the movement he's doing. His body's not built for that kind of motion.
No, definitely. If he starts to go blue around the cheeks and lips, I mean, definitely we need to watch that.
Yeah, I think that he should really be focused on his health because, I don't know, I think he's having a hard time there. He's getting a little wound up from not doing very much,
I'm guessing that he has this kind of opinion about all of the co-opted pagan ritual holidays, feast days, and so on that are part of the Christian calendar now, because that's what religions do. Fair enough, Daniel, you fat bastard.
He's probably the only one who knows the real holidays, Doc.
Well, Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom. I also love that a guy who says Shabbat Shalom all the time probably, has no problem with the fucking Holocaust. That's interesting too, huh?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Daniel, bring your wooden spoon when you come and talk to me, and let's see if you can hit me with it. Okay, you fat bitch.
All right, so here's Daniel, and he's just elated at how everything went at UCLA.
All right, shalom, guys. Here's the banner declaring grace on campus and service on the beginning of Shabbat. I did contact them, and I let them know about my website. Hallelujah.
They were thrilled.
See, everyone walks under it.
So somehow everyone walking under this banner that another organization completely unrelated to him put up, somehow validates his existence. How does that work?
That's right. It's because he's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's some real lazy thing. I mean, what a fucking leap of faith.
You could maybe do the same with the McDonald's thing. You'll probably get more people.
That's true.
It's mine.
So, preached for 12 days now here on campus. And there have been a few students here or there who have rededicated their lives to Christ, reconsecrated themselves to Yah.
Really?
I guarantee not one student on that campus was like, you're right, praise Yah, tell me about your ministry. Not one. Where are they? I don't see any of them.
Maybe you'll bring them on.
Do you think anybody actually, broke down and dedicated themselves to his stupid fucking cult on campus?
I think what probably happened is a couple of people were just so shocked and intimidated that they read I welcome Jesus into my life and ran away. But
It probably scared them.
Yeah. He looks like the minister, the orangutan guy from Planet of the Apes.
He does look like an orangutan. Good point.
Forsaken their sin, like Sam in the wheelchair, and Daniel in Indonesia, who was very encouraged, and just a few here and there over the past 12 days. But even as I was walking here, just heard a conversation where a young man and his girlfriend were walking by, and he just carelessly began to blaspheme the name of God, just like it was nothing.
And of course, he had to intervene in another person's business. He was like, I don't like what they're saying, even though it doesn't concern me at all. I'm going to go yell at him and tell him he's going to hell and he hit babies. I'm sure that's where this is going.
Yeah. What was he saying about wheelchairs?
I guess it's Wheelchair Sam and some guy from Indonesia, or I guess those are the people he converted on campus. I didn't watch this whole series, and I plan to.
Yeah. I thought he was going in a different direction there.
And thus is America, where a few here and there.
Oh, he didn't intervene in their conversation. Maybe he was worn out from doing it for the last 12 days to total strangers. I'm proud of him for not intervening in that stranger's conversation.
Spends the afternoon yelling at perfect strangers, goes back to his sad motel room and whoops his skippy.
Yeah, he was off the clock when he heard it, so.
Are coming to repentance, coming to him, but by and large, most reject the gospel. Even most people who support Trump or who are in the so-called truth movement reject the gospel.
Even most people who support Trump aren't stupid enough to think I speak for God. Well, good for them, they're pretty stupid, but at least there's that, right?
Yeah, it's a good starting place.
Donald Trump apparently a big fan of Dnajlion, according to the Secret Service that introduced themselves to him recently.
Yeah, thank you, Rococo Facade, for making that call.
So I have to go pee. So again.
Okay, let's play the ape man.
All right.
And,
all right, I'll enjoy my peeing. Don't worry.
And thus the hammer of God's judgment will fall on this nation, not today and not tomorrow and not next month. But you can go watch my video, Prophecy, Pedophiles, Trump, X marks the spot. And it will come. The hammer will drop.
It will.
It will.
Okay.
We have a reprieve right now. If Hillary Clinton had been elected, we would have gone straight into the Great Tribulation. But we have a reprieve and a window that we as believers can take this opportunity to reach out to those around us. And maybe it'll only just be a few here or there, because the Messiah did say in the last days, many will grow cold. The love of many will wax cold, even amongst so-called professing believers. I remember in 2003 when I was here, I would preach and I would get crowds, 300 or more.
Never happened.
I would try to get into the student memorial. Students would be pressing in, hungry. Not so 15 years later. Have I changed? I've changed. I've gotten closer to Messiah since then. More broken and contrite since then. Have the students changed? Oh yeah. They're much more zombified, much more addicted to their phones and internet and their brainwashing philosophies than they were 15 years ago. We're definitely closer to the last days now than we were back in 2000.
All right, what did I miss?
Anti-intellectual, I'm awesome, they all suck, and I've saved a few of them, so I'm going to go and whack off now.
Did he threaten to kill anyone?
Not yet. I hate this guy. I don't want to watch any more of him.
That's fine, I understand. We